Hello, all meditators, young and old, present and future. I am Lauren Rainey, 200-hour certified meditation instructor and Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science, if that's relevant. For today's video, I'll be talking about part 2 of how to meditate and focusing on why the benefits of meditation aren't important. Gasp. The benefits of meditation aren't important? Nope, they're not. I'm going to tell you why. One of the most common questions that I get after I teach a meditation class or session is, or even before, is they ask, what am I supposed to be feeling during meditation? What are the benefits? Did I do it right? And so I'm going to be kind of answering that question in this video, and then also telling you why. Why should you forget about the benefits? Why are they not important? And why they can actually kind of maybe possibly hinder your growth in your meditation journey. So if you like this channel and if you like the content of the channel, subscribe. This channel is going to be all about how to meditate. Really, that's simple. A lot of you have probably come over from my main channel, Holistic Flow. Appreciate you. So let's get right into this video. So I was teaching a meditation session. I used to teach meditation sessions, group sessions at the LA Fitness where I used to work at. I just recently stopped working there, very recently. And I used to teach my sessions every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was open to all members of the gym. So I was a manager at the LA Fitness at the time, and I had a member come up to me and ask, "Oh, are you the one that teaches the meditation sessions? Okay, I'm gonna come this Thursday." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll see you there." I saw him there. He fully participated in the class. At the end of every meditation class session, we can use those interchangeably. At the end of every session, I always do a question and answer session, maybe for like 5 or 10 minutes, just to, well, number one, I love to hear people's feedback from, especially people who are new, who have never meditated before. I love to hear their feedback of how they enjoyed the class for the first time. And did the expectations meet reality? I love like the expectation versus reality of meditating, just because the Western culture has such a washed up version of what meditation actually is at its core. But anywho, I was waiting for the new guy, it was his first time going to the session. I was waiting for him to give some feedback. Of course, this is a group setting, and I understand that some people in a group setting just aren't ready to share their feedback, and that's totally fine. So I went ahead and wrapped up the session after other people in the class gave their feedback. Went ahead and wrapped up the session, and the guy finally came up to me privately after everybody else had left. And I asked him, I was like, "Hey, this is your first time. How did you enjoy it? Is it your first time meditating?" He said, "Yeah, it's my first time meditating for this long. So my meditation session is 20 minutes. He said, "It's the first time meditating that long." I said, "Oh, well, how did you enjoy my session?" He was like, "It was all right." And so as a teacher, as a meditation teacher, I love to hear feedback from people who have taken one of my classes. And any feedback is valid. Don't get me wrong, like, I love all feedback. Even if you loved it, you hated it, you would never come to it again, all feedback is valid. And the only thing was, I was taken aback by how he participated in the class but then said it was all right. Because if anything, I've never had that response from anybody who would ever take a class from me. And so I asked, was there anything that you could critique? What would you change about the class? His answer was, I just don't know. I didn't really feel anything. What am I supposed to be feeling? And what benefit am I supposed to be getting out of it? And then I said, so a light bulb went off in my head. This is a very difficult thing sometimes to explain and have people believe, just because meditation dates back, like the practice of meditation dates back to traditions thousands and thousands of years ago. And so Western culture, it was developed in Eastern culture. Western culture is just catching on to these traditions of meditation. And so what has happened is that meditation is misrepresented in a lot of contexts. And so there's often an expectation of a specific result when you meditate for however long, and whether it's the first, second, third time. And so what happens is that people expect to feel just this magic, euphoric feeling, which is so very possible during meditation. I felt it. But here's the thing about having expectations. Having expectations is good. Having expectations about anything. You know, they say you should expect the great. Yes, expect great outcomes. Meditation is a tool that people use to find more security in their mind mentally. When you meditate, because your mind is different than my mind, is different than his mind, is different than her mind, everybody will have different results. Everyone will have different benefits. What happens when you focus on one specific benefit that you think you might get out of meditation and don't get it? So, say someone comes to my class. Say you come to my class. Hey, you there. Say you come to my class and you say, hey, Lauren, and like, I haven't been able to sleep. And so what I'm expecting out of this class is that by the end of class, tonight I'll have a great night's sleep. And that's how I'll know that the meditation worked. And so I'm saying, okay, let's see. So we go through the meditation session, whether it's like, you know, one-on-one or group session, and go through the session. You're like, yeah, I can't wait to get to sleep tonight. I see you the next day and I say like, yeah, how was your night's sleep? And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't get any sleep and I was up all night. I had insomnia. And I thought the meditation was really going to help me get to sleep because I read online that some of the benefits of meditation is improves your sleep. So why didn't it do that for me? Why didn't it work? Did I not do it correctly? And see, that's where the disconnect comes from. Because meditation is so different for every single person that practices it. And as well, there are so many different benefits that can come out of meditation. What happens is if you go into meditation expecting a certain result and you don't get it, it can actually discourage you from doing it again. Because either you felt like you were doing it wrong, or you felt like it didn't work, or you feel like it might not be worth your time. And if you don't feel that euphoric, you know, going to the sixth dimension experience, or whatever your friends or people on YouTube or a thread you read, whatever you expect to feel, if you don't feel that, that's okay. And so there is no specific benefit or expectation that we should be looking forward to get out of meditation, because if you focus on one thing, it diverts your attention from all the other things that could actually come out of meditation. Because what will happen is, no, maybe you didn't get sleep that night, but maybe you failed to mention that after the session, like directly after, you felt a relief in your entire body that you haven't felt in years. You felt a clarity in your mind that you haven't felt in weeks because you've been stressed about your job. You actually were able to focus a lot better on getting tasks done for the rest of the day. And so it's not that the meditation didn't work or that you didn't feel anything afterwards. It's that maybe you just came in with a certain expectation, and because you were so dead focused on that one thing, it actually diverts your attention away from everything else that your body felt that was different, because you're only focused on one thing. And so one main thing to take out of this video is that open-mindedness is key. This is one of the main things I love about meditation, because this isn't just something is a tip for meditation. It's a tip for your entire life. Open-mindedness is key. There's a saying that says, a wise man knew he knew nothing at all. Even though we get information and you can read about these type of things online or watch YouTube videos and find out about it, that's information from otherworldly sources that, frankly, yeah, they're valid. However, you're going to have your own experience and opinion about it. And so what happens is that in order to learn something new, sometimes we just have to allow our mind to forget what we already know in order to make room for learning something new. Because sometimes our previous premonitions can get in the way of our experience that can actually open our mind and take our mind to those new heights that we wanted all along. A lot of people, when they say that they want to start meditating, they say the reason why is because they want to control their thoughts, or they want to block out negative thoughts. They want to either control their thoughts or they want to block out negative ones. And what I want to do is be an advocate for changing the way in which we think about the way our mind works. Because what we think we want mind control, but what we really want is learn how to direct our mind. We think we want to block out our thoughts, but what we don't know is that blocking out our thoughts is actually kind of code word for suppression, which is what we don't want. What we actually want is to, instead of having a million thoughts in your head, bring your awareness and direct your awareness to one thought. Here's a secret for you. Your mind will never have zero thoughts. The reason why is because we have 5 senses, for some of us 6. We have sight, touch, taste, hearing, smell. As long as all of those senses, which are involuntary, are they involuntary? Mostly, yeah. As long as we have those senses, our mind will always be processing information, because our mind is connected to our body, and everything that our body processes, our mind thinks about. If you can just take your hand and put it on your heart, feel your heartbeat. And now bring your awareness to the breath flowing through your lungs. Do either of those ever stop? Not unless we physically, pass away. But as long as we're living, neither of those stop. It's because our body is constantly processing information. And so as long as our body is processing information, our mind will never have zero thoughts in it. Bet you never heard that one before. And so, again, we think that what we want is for our mind to block out all thought, block out all sound. But that's one of the common misconceptions about meditation, because it leads us to believe that if our mind is not having any thoughts at all, it leads us to believe that if our mind is having any thoughts at all during meditation, then we're doing it wrong, that it's not working, which is not true. And if you want to see and learn how to meditate and what meditation actually is and how to begin meditating, watch my last video about, I think it's titled, Meditation Isn't What You Think It Is, because it isn't. And so one of the things you can do is be more aware of the terminology that you're using when you describe your mind. You don't really want to block out thought. You just want to direct your mind. You don't really want to control your mind. We already have mind control. We just want to bring awareness to what we already have to direct our mind towards one thought when we're meditating. Or depending on what meditation it is, I'm talking about mindfulness meditation. Depending on what meditation it is, direct it to maybe one thought during one part of the meditation, another thought during another part of the meditation, and keep directing your thought back there. Again, I highly recommend you watch my first video if you haven't already, about, what was the video called? Whatever. It was called something about like meditation isn't what you think it is. And so, again, if you would like to know more about meditation on a level that you think you would want to teach meditation, maybe either to others, or you just want to learn about it to get deeper into your own meditation journey. Excuse me, I thought I was gonna burp in the microphone. If you want to learn more about getting deeper into your meditation journey, I highly recommend clicking the link down below about the meditation teacher training. Excuse me, there it goes. And meditation teacher training can teach you a lot about the different styles of meditation. My teachers, Liddy Aarons and Charlie Knowles, were great and phenomenal. You'll really love them. I believe they're starting a training in August, I believe. And yeah, if you want to check out that training, click the link down below. Also below, I am on a platform called Insight Timer. If you want guided meditations of mine and also to meditate with me live, I recommend getting on Insight Timer. It's like a podcast platform specifically for meditation and yoga teachers, and then also musicians. So I post guided meditations on there in the form of like a podcast episode, and you can listen back to it and you can download it. And also I do one-on-one meditation. If you're interested in knowing more about possibly your own mind type, what I do is have you fill out a questionnaire it's called a mind type assessment. Ask you questions such as, what do you like to do in your free time? How comfortable are you sitting down for long periods of the time of the day? Do you experience bursts of energy in your body throughout the day? How do you notice that you are in conversations? Do you usually listen more or talk more? Those type of questions I ask for the reason of assessing your mind type. Certain individuals may have mind types to where one meditation or one style of meditation may suit them better than another style of meditation or another style of even breathing. So I do offer one-on-one virtual meditation for me to help be the guide of your meditation journey. And you can get one-on-one feedback and advice from none other than your very own. And so check out all of those things. Again, link in the bio. Also, if you like this video, thumbs it up. Leave me a comment to know what else you want to see on this channel. I will take requests because this channel is literally about how to meditate. It's literally going to teach you how to meditate going to teach you everything that I know. And as I learn through my own meditation journey and through my journey of yoga as well, if you didn't know, I mean, you probably don't, but I'm enrolling in a yoga teacher training as well. So in the future, I will have some tips on yoga, different yoga poses as well. And yeah, meditation in motion. So subscribe to this channel for more, and thank you for watching all. Namaste. Have a great rest of your day. Future and present meditators, young and old.